Hello and welcome to SportsRoom. I'm Ruben Joe and with me here is Anirudh Madhavan. And after 2 months of exciting IPL action, we're finally back to international cricket now. And India is touring Australia, as you know, and there'll be 3 ODIs, three T20s, and 4 tests. We've got what? Red ball, pink ball, white ball, and every
pink ball. Yeah, that's going to be an exciting one.
Yeah, the first test will be in pink ball. So we'll be discussing the shorter formats of the tour this time. To start off with, I think what we should be discussing about the biggest talking point would probably be Rohit Sharma.
Rohit Sharma, the uncertainty of Rohit Sharma, whether he's injured or not, there's a lot of opaqueness we've come to expect from the BCCI and Indian cricket in general.
It was a big controversy, right, towards the end of the IPL.
Yeah, we for readers of the week, we had carried an exclusive interview with Saurav Ganguly, who said that he was only 70% fit near the end of the IPL, and then we see him show up to play. And then he wins the whole league now. He's out of the
And it was like literally just hours after the BCCI and it said that he might not be there for the shorter formats of the Australia tour, that he goes out and he plays the qualifier, that was...
So that, of course, that's a huge gap in India's batting lineup.
But he will be back for the test series, right?
I don't know if that's confirmed. I don't know. They'll have to keep checking on him. But it's a huge gap. And apart from Virat Kohli, he's probably the best white ball cricketer in the world right now. So, and he loves playing against Australia. So they'll be relieved. So that creates, but India has a lot of talent to cover up for that, especially with Shikhar Dhawan opening the batting, and he's been in really good form. And the replacements you have for Rohit Sharma are Mayank Agarwal and KL Rahul, who have also, and maybe Shubman Gill will get a look in. So we have quality replacement, but it's still too huge a gap to fill.
Yeah. Right. So we won't be having Rohit Sharma for the ODIs and T20s like Anirudh said. But you just mentioned about KL Rahul, and this is going to be a big series for him. He comes off an excellent series in the IPL, and also he'll be keeping wickets now. What are we expecting now from Rahul?
And he's vice captain also, so added responsibility in that regard. And then once Virat comes back from the tour, he'll still be there. Now he's been given this responsibility. He's doing a lot. So depends on how that affects his mental health and all, because I remember him saying in some interview that the lockdown period, like he had to battle a lot of demons in his mind. And even now, yesterday we in an interview with our reporter, our deputy chief of bureau in Delhi, Neeru Bhatia, he mentioned that the hardest part for him is staying locked inside the room. So when you've been in that IPL bubble, when you've been, he has captaincy experience now with the IPL. So then being locked up and cooped up in a room is difficult. But I think he'll work through it. And this is the best opportunity for him. For someone who's done what the team has required time and again. He's won the gloves and he's floated throughout the order. I think he deserves his time, deserves this opportunity and the responsibility, and I think he'll do well.
So I think it was at the last series with Australia and also the New Zealand series where he did really well as a keeper also. He came in. He's really matured as a player also, right? He's grown as a player. He's now a good captain, a good wicket keeper, a good batsman. He's kind of like that complete player that India
wanted him to be. He is finally going into that role. So good time for India.
Okay, so moving on, I think are there any other chinks? Because we talk about there is a good bowling attack that we have, and then we have batting is okay. A little bit of Rohit Sharma's absence will be felt. What about that mid section, the all-rounders?
That is the major difference between the two teams, I would think, the all-rounders. Because India right now would probably have just one, which is Jadeja. Because we have Hardik Pandya, but he's unlikely to bowl because he's still rehabbing his back, and they wouldn't want to put that pressure on. If he didn't bowl in the IPL, I don't think he'd bowl here. So Jadeja is the only one who can do both, and that is a problem because in an ODI, if one of your bowlers is having an off day, you don't have an option to give it to another person, because Australia does have that. They have Stoinis, who's been in brilliant form with the bat, and he bowls. And Maxwell they have, and they have Agar, and Cummins can be an all-rounder. We've seen him bat brilliantly in test matches. So they have that.
It's almost like the England team of the World Cup.
There's so many all-rounders. So that is one area, but if you have what if you have the specialist batsmen and the specialist bowlers doing their jobs, then it's fine. But we'll have to wait and watch what happens. But that is an area of concern.
And the bowling attack, obviously
we have bowling attack is more or less sorted, but Ishant Sharma is not there. He won't be there for the test. But even in one days, I think Shardul Thakur is the only option if you have Bumrah and Shami, and you have Saini. Saini is one to look out for. He likes to bowl really fast, and Australian pitches will have that.
There was some talk of maybe they might rotate between Shami and Bumrah for the ODI series just to give them some rest.
Yeah, they'll do that more in the T20s, I think.
Okay.
But ODIs, you have those three options. With the spinner slot is one to look out for, because Chahal in his current form had a brilliant IPL. So he'll be probably the first choice spinner with Jadeja. The question is whether Kuldeep Yadav will get a spot, because even KKR are not playing him as their first spinner. So
I noticed that.
So we'll have to see what happens there. But Chahal should be a shoo-in right now.
So that's the ODI series that starts off with 3 ODIs. Then we also have the T20s after that, and I think a lot of players are coming out with really good form in the IPL. Who are the new ones that we're looking forward to right now for the T20s?
For India's chances, Sanju Samson is the one. Like every time this happens, every IPL, everyone hypes him up, and he delivers in the first 3 matches. And then he's flattered to deceive so many times. But this time he'll get a proper look in, and this is the best time for him to do something. So this is if he performs here, this is a shaky time for the wicket keeper. Like a lot of competition for that one spot. And if he does that, because KL Rahul is your main wicket keeper right now, he's not even a proper wicket keeper. So best time for Sanju Samson to do something. And
I think we also have Natarajan coming.
Natarajan is the one in the bowling department. So a clean shaven Natarajan now. So a lot of Yorkers expected, and he'll enjoy bowling there.
Especially in Australia, it should be good for him.
And they're all wearing their 92.
I was just going to ask you, what's your thought on the new retro? I mean, this retro jersey that they.
We've only seen Benson and Hedges happened when we were like toddlers, but it looks really cool. All the kids then looked really cool, and I saw Kiran More. He found his original 92.
He shared on Twitter.
And he was very happy that he could still fit into it. Looks good.
So we've talked about the Indian team and what we could expect from them in the ODIs and T20s. But what about the Australian team? Like last time India toured Australia, obviously Smith and Warner were not there. And, what are we seeing now? What can we expect from them? I mean, it's a strong batting lineup.
It's a really strong batting lineup. You have Smith and Warner returning. Finch is Finch in Australia. The Finch we see outside Australia is not the Finch. He's there. So he'll be there. And then you have Labuschagne, who India haven't seen a lot, and he scores runs for fun now. 4 of them. You have Stoinis, great form. Then you have Maxwell, who has a lot to prove. Like he had around 110 strike rate in the IPL, and I didn't think he hit a 6, so maybe he hit 1. So he has a lot to prove. So completely sorted batting lineup, and
I think with their bowlers also it looks pretty strong, like with Cummins,
Stark, Hazelwood, and you have Zampa or Agar in the bowling lineup. Plus, as we said, the all-rounders, you get a few overs from Stoinis and Maxwell. So, and the wicketkeeper Carey has really grown into his own as a batsman. So, look a very threatening side.
I think after 2 months of not having fans in the stadium, now we're going to have finally a 50% capacity. I think at least the Australians will be happy because they don't have to play India in an empty stadium now.
So the question is, if 50% fans are allowed, maybe 40% are Indians of that. So I don't know how that really works out for the Australians. So,
that's true. So that's the ODI and T20 series in Australia that will be taking place. Do watch out. We will be coming up with more SportsRoom episodes where we will be analyzing the series, and also before the test series we'll have an episode. That's just our quick analysis today. Thank you so much for joining us. Do let us know your feedback and any other comments that you have. So until next time, see you.